So will some big-name basketball players take their ball and go home? That's where we begin tonight with the Washington Post NBA writer, my old friend Ben Golliver. Ben, it's great to see you again. Been a long time. I know you've been at this for quite a while, covering this COVID situation. 90% of the league's been vaccinated, but it sure seems from the outside looking in, Ben, that these big-name few who are not vaccinated are causing big problems for the league.
Well, there's no question about it, Joe. Usually this time of year, we're talking about who lost weight during the offseason, who added a nice jump shot during their summer training. And instead, I think the number one story in the NBA right now is this issue of vaccination. And why didn't the NBA install a mandate for players and the unvaccinated players? How much damage could they potentially do to the league, either from a public relations standpoint, because fans have come to expect these players to be leaders on social issues, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar said earlier, or by actually potentially spreading the virus to their teammates during games or, during practices or whenever they're together.
So where does the league come down on this, Ben? What do they do ultimately? And where is the players' union on it?
Well, the NBA has put in place a mandate for basically everyone besides the players. So media members like myself, if you're going to be at the arena, you've got to be vaccinated. Coaches have to be vaccinated. Referees have to be vaccinated. But the NBA Players Union pushed back on the idea of a vaccination mandate, and they were successful. And the NBA said, look, we tried to do this. They didn't want to go for it. So instead, there's going to be separate rules for vaccinated players and unvaccinated players. If you're vaccinated, you don't have to get tested. If you're unvaccinated, when you're traveling, when you're eating, you're going to have to do that separate from your teammates. And you're also going to have to undergo regular testing. So there's going to be kind of a double standard here in hopes of preventing spread from unvaccinated players to vaccinated players.
Bob Costas was on Banfield last night, Ben, and he talked about this situation with Kyrie. Here's a clip of that. We'll talk about it on the other side.
To Kyrie Irving, this is also a guy, he is one of the best players in the league, but he's also a guy who previously has said that he believes the earth is flat. It's also scary that he's a vice president on the executive committee of the Players Union. And specifically, as insidious as this stupid conspiracy theory is that he has followed and liked on Instagram, the idea is that the vaccine is connected to some sort of master computer whose purpose it is to work against the interests of black people and in the interests of Satan.
So in the end here, Kyrie is a hard one to understand. You can really never quite get what he means when he says something. Do you think he'll get the shot, Ben? And if not, does he miss the home games in Brooklyn? Does he forfeit his salary? How does it work?
Well, it's a horrible situation for him because he happens to be a part of one of three teams right now that are going to face local mandates. So if you want to play home games for your team in either New York City or San Francisco, you have to have the shot. Kyrie plays for the Brooklyn Nets, and so they're mandating that shot. He actually could not attend media day with his teammates because of those health and safety protocols. And so he's facing a huge choice right now. Does he want to potentially sacrifice millions in salary and let his teammates down by staying unvaccinated? Or will he kind of get with the program? And look, he's facing pressure from everyone. His teammates didn't want to put it on too thick, but they said, hey, we're counting on him to kind of do the right thing. We expect to be fully together. And look, it's a huge competitive issue here, Joe. The Brooklyn Nets are the favorites in the Eastern Conference to win the NBA title. They have one of their most important players unvaccinated. Meanwhile, the LA Lakers out here in Los Angeles, the favorites to win the West, and they're reporting that all their players are vaccinated heading into opening night, including stars like LeBron James and Anthony Davis.
Who
it's a
just
big
said
deal.
that today, right? He said, after doing my research and things of that nature, I felt like it was best suited for not only me, but for my family and friends. And that's why I decided to do it. But as you point out, NBA players are hesitant to tell other NBA players what to do. So we'll see how it develops. Ben Golliver, again, it's good to see you, my friend. Take care. Thanks for the time.
Likewise, Joe. Take care.